on how Matt Murray has handled what had to be a tough situation, getting hurt just one game into a career with the new team.
Yeah, exactly. I think, anytime anybody gets hurt, it's difficult, and it's hard because you don't really feel like you're as much a part of the team and everything like that. But, he's put the work in, and I know he's close to coming back, and he looks really good on the ice in practice, so we're looking forward to getting him back.
How's the adjustment been like without guys like Jake and TJ in terms of finding a right balance there?
Yeah, it's like we touched on earlier, injuries are part of the game, and they're never fun for anybody. But at the same time, the team has to figure out a way to be successful, and I think we got a lot of good depth, and we'll be able to find a way.
What makes Mark a good defensive partner?
He's just super smart. He's it's crazy how long he's been playing and how good he's been for so long, and he continues to be really good, and makes it easy for his partner.
Expect to be still playing at 39?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let's say yeah. We'll be out there. Yeah.
Old timers game maybe, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's we'll be in the Hall of Fame game or whatever that they were playing the other day.
Some big penalty kill moments the last few games. What's been working there for you guys?
Yeah, I think I think we have a lot of confidence in our penalty kill, and at those points in the games, it's really important to be a difference maker. And the kill's been able to get it done at times, and there's obviously been times where we haven't. So it's always a work in progress, and we're just trying to be as good as we can be every time we get out there.
Who's the hardest shot to block? Because you're always the guy coming out there to block the big shots on the penalty kill.
Yeah, there seem to be a lot of righty 1T guys, so I end up coming out. Obviously, Ovechkin shoots the puck really hard, and I think Pasternak was another guy that we played this year, and then there's guys like Stamkos, and so I don't know if I can pick one of those guys, but there's a lot of dangerous players in the league that have good shots, and just comes down to trying to time it right and be in the right spot.
How many bruises do you have after, say, a week?
A lot, but they come out of nowhere too, just bumps and bruises from plays along the wall and stuff like that. So I always have mystery bruises on the body, and it's just part of the game.
What stands out to you the most about Malkin? Because especially when he gets rolling, because he seems to be in a good groove right now.
Yeah, he's a really good player. He's big, strong, and fast, and obviously has elite skill. So he's going to be a guy that we have to key on along with some others on their team. They obviously have a lot of high-end skill, so it'll be a big job for us.
What's the biggest thing that needs to change from the last time you played him?
I think maybe just sharpen up our details. We did a lot of good things, but it needs to be consistent all throughout, and get the offense going a little bit more maybe. I think we had a lot of good opportunities, and I'd like to bury a few of those, and then we'll go from there.
Thanks, Justin. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you.
Austin, what stands out to you the most about Evgeny Malkin?
I think there's a lot that kind of jumps out. Obviously, he's a big man, and the way he's able to move and handle the puck, he's a really dangerous player. So, So.
What's the biggest thing that you guys are focusing on that needs to change versus the last game against Pittsburgh?
I think just. Throughout the game, I thought we had really good parts, but I thought we had, some lapses and some parts that obviously weren't very good. And they're a really, experienced team, and they know how to play in tight games and situations like that. So I thought, we just got a little bit away from our game, and they obviously have the maturity to just keep rolling along and keep playing. So, I think just the consistency within the 60 minutes and making sure that we're taking care of the puck on both sides.
What's the dynamic been like with Willie on the wing?
It's been good. Like I said the other day, we have a lot of experience playing together, and I think the chemistry that we've developed in the past, I don't think that really goes away too quickly. So, he obviously is a really special player. He's a lot of fun to play with, so we just try to work off each other and create as much as we can out there.
Does it change the way you play at all, Austin? Obviously, we know Mitch is such a gifted passer, maybe Willie more of a dual threat. How do you see it?
Not really, honestly. Just trying to play and move into spaces so we can utilize each other and just kind of make plays and read off each other, and always supporting all over the ice, offensive zone, D zone, neutral zone. Just I don't think my game necessarily changes much.
What are the challenges without Jake long term and without TJ short term?
Yeah, he's Muzz is such a big part of this team, and I think he brings. a lot of really amazing things, and not just on the ice, but off the ice as well. A guy with a lot of experience and has obviously won before, and wants to be a part of something special and obviously win again. So it's tough news to hear. We're obviously hoping for the best for him, and with that being said, I think it's an opportunity for other guys to come in and step in and make an impact. Obviously, we're without Broads for a couple weeks too, so it's a good opportunity for guys that maybe weren't in the lineup before to come in and step in and make an impact, and an opportunity for guys that are going to get more opportunity now to step up as well. So I think collectively within everybody, it's our job to pick up that, but obviously it's tough news to hear.
It's Pittsburgh's Hockey Fights Cancer Night. You guys just had yours. You held up the sign for Rodion. I'm just wondering, what was your perspective on having him around the team earlier this season?
Yeah, it was great. It was nice to get to know him. He's a great kid. Obviously, it was kind of first time around the team and everything. So, I think they made it really special for him. And, cancer affects, seems like almost everybody in some sort of capacity. So, I think it's important that, leagues, that teams and stuff kind of, shed light on it as well throughout the season.
I'm sorry, have you seen some of the videos that you're in?
To be honest, I haven't. No, I was brought to my attention this morning, but I have not. So, thank you.
Matt Murray, another guy who's going through an injury early in the year. I'm just curious your perspective on what he's been doing and what he's been like as he's worked towards this moment tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you see him in the dressing room every day. It's just hard work. He wants to get back in the lineup, and he's been looking good. I guess he feels good, so we're happy to have him back.
How are you feeling coming off that game?
Good. Yeah, we got another big one tonight.
What stands out to you the most about Gino Malkin?
I mean, what doesn't stand out about him?
Right.
He's a special player. So, it's when he's on the ice, everybody knows.
What's the chemistry like with Morgan? I remember that first morning skate. You were talking about how much you were looking forward to that. Just what's the feel?
Feels good. Just he's a special player himself. So just as much as I can, I'll get him the puck.
Do you, as a veteran guy, do you like morning skates? I mean, you had the option today. You obviously took it. Like, what's it about the morning skate you like?
It just depends on the situation. We flew in yesterday. Had a nice day last night, and just wanted to get moving, get more of an appetite for lunch, and get ready for tonight.
Team posted the video of you getting the belt. First of all, what was it like to have that belt?
It was awesome. I think that's the first time I've ever got one. So it was cool.
A belt or like one of those player of the game type things?
Just a player game in general.
Okay. Yeah, wow. And you obviously had a directive that guys should enjoy the day off. Do you have a cocktail of choice?
It used to be a lot of Guinness, but now it's a beer called Sullivan's. Definitely will be out in the market very soon.
Oh yeah? What can you tell us about it?
It's from Ireland. It's really good. Really, really good.
And did you enjoy one of those on Sunday?
I enjoyed a few of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Extraordinary.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Why
Should I unzip it and show it off?
Is it Toronto Raptors?
Yeah.
Donatello?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we like that. I like the Ninja Turtles. Grew up watching them. So.
Who was your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Michelangelo.
Why?
My name was Michael. And actually, he had an orange bandana. Actually, it was that was my favorite color. So that's why I went with him.
All right.
All right, shall we?
all
All right, take care. Yeah.
So what do you want to change, I guess, from that game against Pittsburgh last week?
Yeah, obviously they came into our building and got a win. So I think we just got to focus on playing our game and playing fast. I think we rebounded pretty well against Vancouver and stuck to it. So we just got to bring that momentum into tonight's game.
What's it like having William in that spot on the line? How's that changed the dynamic?
Yeah, Willie's a great player. He's got a lot of skill and he plays really fast, and I just try to get open, let him have the puck on his stick and make the plays. So he's really fun to play with, and I'm looking forward to keep that chemistry building tonight.
Sheldon had mentioned he moved you down the lineup, that he kind of saw it as a chance for you to kind of push the reset button? Like, I mean, how would you describe where you're at right now?
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. I think I just needed a little reset. I'm pretty hard on myself to begin with as a player. I just want to kind of go out there and build my confidence back, and then kind of just keep it rolling and just go game by game and not get too high on the highs and not to get too low on the lows. So I'm looking forward to building my game from last game and going into tonight.
What do you think wasn't working for you in that stretch that is maybe working now?
I don't know. Maybe I was just kind of gripping my stick too tight. Just kind of maybe getting away from my game and not kind of going into those dirty areas and going to the front of the net and stuff like that. So I got to go back to what brought me success last year and what brings me success as a player. So that's something I'm going to focus on, is kind of going to those areas, going to the net and getting the pucks to Maddie and Will and let them kind of do their thing and then get open as much as I can. So I'm looking forward to doing that tonight.
Part of that is some of the deflection drills you were doing just now.
Yeah.
To get chances on power plays.
Yeah,
be the screen guy.
Exactly. I'm net front on the power play, so anytime I can buffer that up and bring that skill back into it, I want to work on it. So I'll be there tonight.
You're a guy who plays right on that line. Have you been frustrated at all that there's been some calls against you so far this season?
Yeah, I kind of gotta know that that is my game, and obviously I tracked a lot during the game, so I have to make sure I'm playing on the line. I can't be crossing and taking bad penalties and putting the team in a bad position. So I'm going to work on that and keep it going.
What's been your perspective on how Matt Murray's worked his way back?
Yeah, obviously losing Matt early wasn't ideal, but Matt's a competitor and he's a great guy, and we're all looking forward to having him back in the net tonight.
Thanks, guys. Michelangelo. Obviously not easy for a guy like Matt Murray to start his career the way he has in Toronto. What's been your perspective on how he's worked his way back to this point?
Matt's a professional. He's as even keel and confident as they come. So I don't think it's affected him at all. I know he's just accepted the situation for what it is and gotten to work to recover as quickly as he can and be prepared for whenever the time comes to get back in the net, which is tonight. And to me, he looks very prepared.
How much of a the opposition when Austin and Mitch are on different lines? Do you feel like it maybe throws them a bit of a curveball?
Maybe a little bit, but probably not too much. Given I think any time a team plays against us, they're well aware of the fact that we've got two groups that they have to be very conscious of, and that's still the case. We at times we've put Willie on a third group, and I think that creates some challenges. But I think we probably make a bigger deal of it here than the opposition does. I think they know what they're up against with our team, and I think most coaches will tell you they're just focused on their own group.
The term even keel gets thrown around a lot. It seems to be the mindset that most players want. Is that accurate?
I'm sorry, I missed the first.
The term even keel.
Even keel.
Right? Like lots of players say, Michael Bunting said, don't get too high, don't get too low. Is that what you want as a coach? You want your players to keep that?
I think it's important to recognize that it's a long season and you get too worked up. When things aren't going well, then it can snowball on you. And at the same time, if you get too excited when things are going well, then it tends to go the other way. So I think it is an important piece of your mindset and your daily preparation to just focus on what you can control, get your own routines settled and stay with them and trust in them and trust in the resources that are around you. I think that's really all that you can do. At the same time, I think as the season goes along, as much as you want to be even keel, I think you have to find ways to motivate yourself at the same time. So that's really what, when you talk about being a professional and having experience, I think those are the kind of things that you figure out over time of what works for you.
On that note, without Jake and TJ around, how much more do you lean on someone like Mark Giordano to kind of be a leader on the back end and maybe take on more minutes than you might have expected?
Yeah, it's not just Gio. I think we've been leaning on him since the start of the season. Anytime you have a guy with his experience, and his demeanor and just how hard he plays, you're going to lean on that. I don't know if we can lean on it any more than we have been, and then we will continue to, need him, no matter who's in or out of the lineup. I think it's more about the whole group. Everybody's going to have to, step up and play a little bit more and play in a little bit different situations, a little bit different matchups, all these kind of things. Obviously, Benn, who was a very big part of our win the other night and came into our lineup and made a real impact, not just on the ice but in the room as well. So those are very positive things. It's why you add a depth player like him with that level of experience. So if you're in a situation where you need him and he comes in, that he can make a difference. So we've got experienced guys like that. We've got young guys like Sandy and Liljegren that are always looking for more and want more opportunity, and they're going to get that.
What impact did Jordy make in the room?
Well, it's just his personality. He's a guy that, again, just a true professional and is himself, and he's confident and comes in and keeps things loose and light, yet plays extremely hard and leaves it all out there. So you can never have enough of those guys.
Zach Aston-Reese comes in on a PTO. What did you maybe hope he would provide, and what has he provided so far this season?
Well, we thought he would be a guy that would, give us some very reliable minutes at the bottom of our lineup and be able to kill penalties and play against good players. Thought that he would be a good player to pair with David Keefe, and that has been the case, in particular here in the last stretch of games. Zach has been really good for us, and we've liked a lot of what he's provided.
What stands out to you the most about Malcolm? I know we ask you a lot about Crosby, but Gino seems to be on a bit of a roll here.
Yeah, big, strong guy with a ton of skill. Very dangerous offensive player, and does have, a lot of emotion in his game, and I think he's at his best when that's the case. And you got to try to match that. He really had his way in Toronto the other night with us, and he's a guy we certainly have to do a better job against tonight.
Thanks, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.